Hi guys, Gabby here, owner and clinical director of Recovered and Restored Eating Disorder Therapy Center. I want to jump on, say hi. I also want to talk with you guys about going out to dinner. So what prompted this video is that I have the privilege to go out to dinner tonight with two friends and my husband. And I remember so vividly how this used to be so incredibly hard for me. I would stress about it all day long because I was worried about the food and the comments and the talking and all the things that kind of can come up when you're struggling with an eating disorder around meals, especially meals out. I wanted to talk to you about it. So I know what used to come up for me a lot was kind of feeling like I had to, one, earn, which you never, ever need to earn food at all, period. The end. You get to eat food because it keeps us alive. It is delicious and you deserve it always, unconditionally. But also feeling like if I was going to go out to dinner, which felt really hard in itself, that I had to prolong eating, which again is really disordered and totally unhelpful and inaccurate. I also would be consumed sometimes by what I either thought the calories were or if the calories were on the menu. And I want to talk about kind of how to combat all of that. I don't know if I'll get to all of it, but I'm going to try my best. So the first thing I would say to do is ask for support. So when I was in early stages of recovery and my husband and I were dating, I would tell him that I was anxious. So who is your support? I probably say this in almost every video, but who are your safe people? Who are your tribe? Who's going to be there that can kind of cheer you on, hold your hand, whatever you need so that you can have a hopefully enjoyable experience, but at the very least a nourished experience, because that is important. So I would recommend who is your safe person that's going to be at this meal with you. If there is not a safe person, okay, this is where your therapist could come into play or some type of support person who's on your team if you are privileged and lucky enough to have one, or we're going to have to really dig deep and tap into our inner strength. So whether you have a support person, if you do, that is amazing. If they're going to be there with you, tell them you're anxious. Tell them why you're anxious. All the thoughts that go into going out to eat as someone in recovery are valid, and they don't need to stop you from doing it. They also are mostly probably disordered, and we need to work through them. Working through them alone, you can do it, and we're going to talk about how, but also working through them with someone cheering you on is really just amazing. So let's say that person's not going to be there, right? So you do have that safe person, but they're not going to be at this meal. Okay. How can I tap into myself and work through this? Well, first, anything your eating disorder is telling you about delaying eating during the day is wrong. Earning food is wrong. It's disordered. Needing to eat the healthiest thing on the menu is BS, because all food is good. All food has nourishment. There is no good, bad, healthy, or unhealthy foods. Food is just food. And if you're going out to dinner, you're probably going out to dinner with people who care about you or have some type of investment or place in your life. So also know that they're not there to police you, but they are there and could also possibly help you if you feel comfortable. If you don't, it's okay. But so first I would say tap in with a support person if you can. If the support person is not available and you are flying solo, or if you're going with people who maybe don't know about your disorder or are not, air quotes, safe people in regards to your recovery, that's okay, because that does happen. So whether you are or you aren't, what you can do is first challenge the disordered thoughts and behaviors. So again, we are not pushing off meals throughout the day so that we're just eating dinner. Absolutely not. No way. When you wake up, you still need breakfast, lunch, snacks, all the things, so that when we get to dinner, we're still nourishing our body and we never need to delay eating, whether we have an event or a meal or whatever it might be. Delayed eating is not a thing. That's disordered. Other things your eating disorder might try to tell you is that, like I said, you have to eat the healthiest thing on the menu. All food has nourishment. All food has value. Our body is really, really intrinsically smart and knows how to process food. You don't have to police it yourself. Eat what you want. Eat what feels good. And if that feels really scary, it's okay to get something safe, right? We know that some of these concepts may be a little bit further out in recovery, but make sure that what you're getting that's safe is also nourishing, because that's what's really important. Also, focus on why you're going out to eat. Are you going to celebrate a birthday? Are you going to catch up with old friends? Are you going to spend some time with your family who you haven't seen? Why are you going out? Are you just going out to go out? Maybe, but I doubt it. You're probably going out with an intention or a purpose, or just to have fun, whatever it might be, or to catch up with old friends, whatever it might be. Focus on that. Tell the disordered thoughts in your brain that you'll get back to them later. Or sometimes I would have to say to my eating disorder, I'm not listening to you right now. I'm not. If you want to challenge it with recovery-based thoughts, you can. But for me, reframing wasn't always my go-to. It was more of just acknowledging that my eating disorder was there. My eating disorder was loud, and I still wanted to live my life and work towards recovery. So ask yourself, why am I going out to eat? So far, we've checked in with a safe person. We've told a safe person what's going on. If a safe person isn't there, that's fine. Then what we've done is we've challenged the disordered thoughts. We didn't reframe them. We just acknowledged them. And we kind of said, like, I know these are bullshit and I can't stop them. They're still there, but I can act in a way that is going to help me in my recovery and also help me as I enter into this meal. And then we're going to ask ourselves, why am I going to said event? Why am I going to said meal? Whatever that why is, focus on that. Because whatever it is so much more important and valuable than your disorder. Your disorder is not who you are. It's not your identity, and it doesn't have to hold you back from living your life. Part of recovery is learning who we are outside of our disorder, which is like a whole nother video. But when we choose to act as if, which is like a CBT skill, and engage in recovery type behaviors like going out to dinner and not engaging in eating disorder behaviors prior or during, this is how we recover. So I want to leave you with this thought that going out to eat doesn't have to be this awful, scary thing. I know it might feel that it is. And if you're there, it's okay. Also, if you have to engage in your disorder, there is no judgment here. We understand. We want to help. But if you can try to act as if, which is again a CBT skill, or plain and simple, challenge your eating disorder, right? Go out to dinner. Ask yourself, why am I here? Why am I going out to dinner? These people who are with me have some type of investment in me that probably has absolutely nothing to do with my body size. Focus on that. Eat food while you're out that is nourishing. If you can challenge your disorder while you're out, amazing. If you have to stick to safe foods, it's okay. But just make sure your body is nourished. Also, maybe try and do something for yourself that day leading up to it that is going to make you feel good, whatever that might be. Again, not something disordered, but something that would promote taking care of yourself, or that might even help you look forward to said meal, whether it's texting the people you're going with, I can't wait to see you, and then feeling that affirmation in return when they probably say, I can't wait to see you too. Or again, reaching out for support, calling on a friend. Also, practicing. Practice makes perfect. Going out to eat in recovery is hard. So know that it's okay to do these things in a way of practice, knowing that not every meal is going to be perfect. Not every time we eat out are we going to get it right, or is the restaurant going to get it right, or are we going to have this perfect meal? It's okay if we don't, but it's about our why and why we're there. And if we can act as if in recovery, we'll get better and better about doing these things that feel hard. And then eventually they won't feel so hard anymore. They won't produce as much anxiety. When we avoid things like going out to dinner, that's where our anxiety grows. And that's how our eating disorder can keep us isolated. So I know I've repeated myself a bunch of times, but I just like to recap. I do this with clients. If you're a client and you're watching this, you are probably not surprised. So first, if we are going out to dinner and we're feeling anxious about it, and our safe person or a safe person is going to be there or is available to talk it out, do it. Support, community, so important. If they are not available, if you don't have that person, please reach out. We'd love to help. Or if it's just, not possible to have a person support you the next time you're going out, before going out, that's okay. Or while you're out, that's okay. The next step is to challenge the disordered thoughts and different types of thinking around going out to eat. Again, we do not need to put off eating so we can eat dinner. We do not need to eat less during the day so we can eat dinner. We do not need to pick the healthiest thing on the menu. All food is good. All food holds value. We can pick safe foods if that's what's needed to nourish us. And then the last step is focusing on the why. Why are you out to dinner? How can I make this more enjoyable, or how can I embrace this and act as if and do my best and practice my recovery right now? And then I guess technically lastly would be, if there is a way that throughout the day you can be extra gentle and kind to yourself and doing things to make dinner feel less stressful, whatever that might be, my suggestion would be connecting with the person you're going out with, even if it's just to exchange a text about looking forward to it or bringing up a funny memory to just kind of take the anxiety down. That would be it. If you guys want to talk more about this or anything at all, please reach out to me, Gabrielle, at Gabrielle LPC, or at recoveredandrestoredtherapy.com, or at Recovered and Restored on Instagram, or comment below. We would love to hear from you. I would love to talk to you. My team and I are currently taking clients. We would love to help. We do acknowledge that therapy is a privilege. We also acknowledge that going out to eat is a privilege. So if this video is not for you, please know that's okay. Also, this is not therapy. This is not a supplement for therapy. But again, we would love to work with you. If you guys want to talk more, reach out. Bye, guys.